Hello everyone, so today I am going to work on the attack animations for the great sword. So here we have two attacks animations, like if I do this first and continuously press the next attack, you can see the character is doing a continuous combo like this. If I do the attack and wait and press the attack button again, there is no continuous attack combo. Character does the first attack it did before. So, and also if I press and hold, you can see the weapon becomes red. That indicates the character is doing a charged attack. We can do a charge attack here as well. So yeah, those are the things we are going to work on in this episode. And before we get started, I'd like to remind you, you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects that I have done in my channel from the Patreon page. To the date, there are closer to 2000 videos, and for each video, project file is available here. So feel free to check it out. I'll leave the project file link in the description below. And this is a part of this action RPG with gameplay ability system series. To the date, there are 78 episodes, I think 79. So you can watch all these episodes as well. I'll leave the link to the full playlist in the description below. And let's get back to today's tutorial. Okay, so right now if I equip the great sword and try to attack, you can see, but the attacks the character is performing are the attacks for the regular sword, the smaller sword, not the great sword. So that's what we are going to work on today, attacks of great sword. So where do we get started? Okay, so let's go to abilities, and here when the sword is equipped, you can see this is GA equipped sword. You can see attack sword and lock on and soft lock and lock off. These abilities are granted. So but I want to change this, especially this one. When the great sword is equipped, great sword is this GA equipped great sword is also a child of GA equipped sword. So here I need to override this, but this is not a variable or anything. So I think since we are granting multiple abilities, if we make this ability a subclass of the 𝐂𝐴CLM, because here we have granted abilities and also we have a event to grant the abilities that is defined in this granted abilities variable. So we can reuse that part. So what I'm going to do is, here instead of parent class is gameplay ability right now, instead of that I'll make it 𝐂𝐴CLM. Now you see, if I go to the class defaults, we have this granted abilities. So let me add 4 variables here, 4 elements here. And first one, attack sword, GA attack sword, and then lock on and soft lock, and finally lock off. Okay, now instead of having all these, let me just delete that, and we can call front abilities. Okay, just to make sure everything is working, let's test. Yeah, attacks are working. Okay, now in the 𝐒𝐻𝐸𝐾 here you can see those granted abilities. Now I want to change this one to GA attack great sword, but I don't think I have already created that. No. Oh, sorry, this should be attack sword. Okay, now here let's create a child blueprint. I'll call it GA attack great sword. Right, and then in GA equip great sword, instead of GA attack sword, I'll choose GA attack great sword. Okay, now we can close this. Now let's take a look at GA attack great sword. So as you can see here, nothing is changed except well, yeah, nothing is changed basically. So let's go to the parent, and here you can see these are the animations used. Okay, and this and this. Now all of these animations are for the one-handed sword in the sword and shield, from the sword and shield animation pack. So we can't override if we keep the animations like this. So what I can do is, since here there are 4 animations, so let's promote this to a variable. Let me break this, and I'll call it right animations. So let's just call right attacks. That means attacks done from right side to left or up to down from the right side diagonally. So I'll change this to an array. So the reason that I have this right side animations and left animations is because if player press the attack button again before the right animation is fully complete, player can do another attack from the left side, so we will see a continuity in the attacks. Right, now here let's assign those animations to this array. And left also. Before that, now I can get length, and from the length, using the length, we can get a random number or random index. And can we get a random array item? Yeah, we could do that too. So we don't need this part. get a random element and connect to right. Okay, now for the left, that's the animation montage. I'll promote to variable left attack. So here I don't have a array. I'm not creating an array because I have only one left to right attack. If you want, just like here, you can make this left attack also an array. This is also the left attack, horizontal backswing, so I can use that also here. So this is when the character is relative to the player or our character who is doing the attack in the right side. Then we should do an attack from left to right. Okay, what else? Well, yeah, now that we have, let's test. We have created variables to hold animations. We can override them, but let me test so we can make sure attacks are still working. Yes, they are. Okay, now here for the great sword, instead of these attacks, I need to use attacks designed for greatsword. So here I have already imported this one. This is greatsword slash down. Let's check this animation. Okay, this is first or right animation that we can use. Road motion is enabled, that's fine. Let's create an animation montage. Now if I check the attacks, so let's check a right attack of the sword and shield. Here you can see 3 notifiers and 1 notify state is used. This is for charge, and that is used to determine the position. If I press and hold the input button, the character will do a charged attack, and this is where the sword attack start and this is where it ends, the swinging part. And this notifier state defines the region that I can press the attack button again to do a continuous attack. That means if I do a right to left attack first, then if I press within this region the next input, it will do the next left to right attack. Otherwise, if I press the input after that, it will again do right to left. So yeah, now we need to add these for the great sword attacks as well. So here let's add notify charge here, and then start sword attack here and end here, and the notify state I think after here until this. like this. Should be fine. Okay, now this is right attack and this one is suitable for a left attack. See, so he also root motion enabled. Let's create a montage. I think this is good for charge, and here start sword attack, and sword attack. We can tweak this later on. And notify state from here to maybe here. Okay, now this is the right attack. So GA great sword, we only have one right attack, so only one element, and the left attack is this. Like this. Okay, now shall we test? Yeah, okay. Oh, one more thing. For the second attack, there should not be this ANS left. Okay, so that's basically it. And what about charging? Yeah, charge attacks also working. Great. But for the charging, the color change of the weapon is not working. That's because here is the other sword. Here in the other sword, I have changed the material in blade. Here we have charged color multiplier. I could use an instance of this material. Let's create a material instance, mi blade red sword. So the default color the great sword has is this, some black. So I'll use a similar color. Like this. But I'm not sure if that would give emission. Anyway, let's see. Here, let's give this color, mi blade great sword. Let's see. Yeah, it becomes red. Okay, that's good enough. Just some change. Alright, and the other thing is here, when we do damage, we determine we have a range that does damage, and that is here, get nearby actors. So I'll promote this to a variable. Let's call it damage radius. By default it's 80, but for the great sword we can have a bit high one. Let's say 160. And also we can customize the damage amount and also reaction animations as well, but let's look into that later. Oh, this animation montage for the movement is wrong. We need to work on that as well. Then I'll leave that for the next episode because this movement is not suitable. Yeah, we should have a different plane space for the great sword equipped movement. Alright, so I think we are good to stop this episode right here. As I said, in the next episode we will work on the movement plane space and also damage attack reactions when the character has the great sword, and also we need to work on separate stun attacks with the great sword as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for the download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And see you in another episode. Feel free to let me know what you guys think about the system that I'm working on, and also feel free to make suggestions as well. So yeah, see you in the next episode. Goodbye.